Hey, welcome back to the Spark Faith podcast. I am Dr. Chris Sargent, and my heart is heavy today. It is really heavy. I know I told you I was going to talk about gluten and dairy, and we may get to that today. My heart just hurts today. My heart hurts for everyone in Texas. My heart hurts for all Americans today. What our country has been through in the last 2 years, maybe even since 9/11, has just taken this country and torn it apart. And I want to be part of the few people that are putting this country back together. And I don't know what that looks like. All I know is what I know. And I know how to help you create a healthier body. I know how you can be more excellent in your mind and your mindset. I know how you can listen to God better. I know how to help you do a lot of those things. And only because I've had to learn, right? I didn't start out knowing all of this. I didn't start out with a perfect faith. You know that my message is out there. It was messy and still is messy in certain parts of my life. And I just heard another message, and I want to bring it to you from a little different perspective than what I just heard it. If we can each start to become, like, who do you show up as? Become softer and gentler and less judgmental for ourselves first. We can show up softer and gentler and less judgmental for everyone else, including our kids and our families and our spouses and significant others. And we can carry less anger. And yes, I know this is Foodie Friday. My heart is just too heavy to ignore what's happening in my heart that I just needed to share, that I need to share with you today. And, I do have a small platform. It is a platform. And I hope that you can reach out to me or to someone that can help you get through your own self-esteem issues, that can help you get through your self-sabotage, that can help you move past, ladies, move into that big self that God wants you to be. Whatever that's going to take, right? For me, there were 2 really critical books that pulled me up out and gave me the courage to be here, right? One is a Joe Saxton book. The other is a Beth Moore book. And I have to tell you that I lived for validation, external validation. I lived for the external validation. It wasn't until I understood that God validated me exactly the way I am, that He put me together exactly the way He wanted me put together. It wasn't until I understood that all the performing, and this is from Joe Saxton's book, that all the performing was never going to move me out of my dysfunction, was never going to get me where I wanted to be. It wasn't until I understood that God was that for me. God had to be that part for me. He has to be that center and that validation and the reason that I'm here today. And so I think I will talk about gluten and dairy next Friday, because I want to talk about that. And maybe we'll talk about it Wednesday, but we will talk about that, I promise. Today, I want you to find a place to, number 1, feed your soul. Feed your soul, whatever that means. I have talked about it in the past couple of Mondays. What do you need to feed your soul and become a better version of yourself? and be the best person that you can be, not only for yourself, but that will spill out over into others around you. Number 2, eat good food. Eat the best food that you can afford. If you are in a food desert, and if you are listening to this and you have like a tiny little budget for food, do the best you can. Choose the best you can. I just saw a loaf of bread for $5. Spend that money on veggies, right? Like, buy some veggies, buy some protein, skip the bread, right? Like, there's ways that we can make that work. There has to be. And number 3, reach out for help. Again, whether it's me or a friend or a hotline, do not be in this alone. You do not have to be in this alone. I love you all, and I'm so grateful for all of your support in my endeavor this past 2 months in this podcast. And I love each and every one of you, and I love being here, and I love sharing, and I just, like, this is just my heart speaking today. And so it's a little different Foodie Friday. It's food for your brain. It's food for your soul, hopefully. And you can pick the food for your body. And when you do, I really, really, really believe that when we get healthy physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, right? When we get healthy and all that, those are the cornerstones of living this bigger life that God has for us. And I'm just going to leave that with you. And I'm here to help you. It's my job. It's what God put me on the planet to do. And I love doing it. So, happy Friday. Bye, y'all. Blessings and love.